Well, guys, don't look now, but we're on the verge of losing a playoff spot. And we're pretty firmly atop the AFC West a couple of weeks ago, but we've dropped 3 of our last 4, and now we're tied with the Chiefs atop the AFC West. It's going to be a little tough considering the fact that the other 2 teams are only a game behind us, and 8-6 seems to be a logjam there to be able to get that 7 spot. There are a couple teams at 8-6 that are going to be below that, unfortunately, so we need to make sure that we win out, or at least win 2 of our next 3. And unfortunately, we do have a really tall order this week as we take on the Eagles. Now, Jalen Hurts is still leading the team, as you can see down there. He's got over 3,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. 97 overall, so again, our secondary is definitely going to have to look out. We'll definitely look at their stats in just a moment just to kind of see the kind of defense that we're going to end up playing. But first, we do have a breakout linebacker. And the crazy thing is it's going to be Jalen Carter, who is coming off injury. He's been injured for the past 4 weeks. So the fact that he is going to get a potential breakout right here is pretty interesting. The other person I thought it might be was second-year linebacker Brian Hillman, only because he's been playing pretty well recently and had that game-sealing interception a couple weeks ago. So I thought that maybe that was going to be him, but nope, we got Jalen Carter, so what do we have to do? Apparently we have to hold them to 150 total yards or less, or we need to get 3 interceptions, forced fumbles, TFLs, or sacks. Difficult, but definitely not impossible, especially with Jalen coming back because, again, he's been one of the main pieces to our defense that we've been missing the past couple of weeks and why I think we've been really losing and getting just absolutely shredded by some subpar offenses too. So we'll see if he can end up getting 3+ of all those things because holding them to 150 yards or less is going to be pretty difficult. Like I said, Hurts is over 3,000 yards, only 3 interceptions to 27 touchdowns. He's been sacked 23 times, so maybe we can get in the backfield, but again, having stats like that is going to be pretty difficult, and especially since they do have DeAndre Swift as well, almost at 1,000 yards, getting closer to the end of the season, got 9 touchdowns. Hurts gets out, obviously, on some scrambles, 623 and 6 touchdowns. And they do have a backup running back, Tony Bronson, who's only had 80 carries this season, but 265 and 7 touchdowns. They have a couple guys in the backfield that are going to get out running. In terms of their receiving core, I mean, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, right up there between 830 and 890. Brown has 5 touchdowns, Smith with 10. Of course, Cantrell, who is their second-year receiver, does have 550 and a touchdown. Goddard has 525 and 4 touchdowns, and it looks like Swift is their next leading receiver at 205 and 2 touchdowns. So again, even though they really only have 5 guys that are going to be getting the ball, they're still extremely talented. And not just that, but this defense is pretty good too. Now, in terms of getting sacks, I mean, Sweat's leading them with only 4.5, but man, they got a ton of TFLs. I mean, Hassan Reddick already has 15. Sweat's got 9 himself. They got a lot of them here. And in terms of interceptions, they have 9 this season. So if we go to the air, we probably have to throw it short. Forbes is going to be starting because Lennon did not have a good end to the game last week. So we're going to kind of lean on Forbes and try to figure it out from that perspective. And looking at all the players they have and all their stats, it's not like they have any major holes on this offense. It's not like we can really focus on one thing that they're doing extremely well and force them to beat us with the other thing. We're really just going to have to figure it all out here. But really, we're going to be defending the deep pass because, again, as long as we keep things in front of us, I think that we're going to be okay. And, of course, as always, we're going to be running to the outside. But considering the fact that we are playing this one in Philadelphia, might be a little easier said than done. But we really need to find a way to end up winning this game because our playoff hopes are kind of hanging by a thread. I really thought we were going to have a bigger cushion at this point in the season, but turns out that's not going to be the case. Well, let's make sure we go into Philly and win this one. I mean, the good news here is we're pretty much back at full strength. The only one I think we're still missing is Scherf, and that's on the offensive line. But thankfully the defense is back because, man, they've been struggling lately. So let's see if the full strength is actually going to make a big difference here as we actually stop Sweat, even though we wouldn't end up going down. Stop him for a good 2 yards. A really hard-fought 2 yards. But 2nd and 8 here. Oh, they're going to go with the play action, and unfortunately, Parsons is not great in pass defense, and he ends up getting it for 13. I know, we shouldn't allow him to be going out there on man-to-man, but that's okay. What can you do? Sorry, really good tackle right there, and that's only 3. They're getting closer in midfield, but not quite there, thankfully. Oh, I thought we could actually get in there, but no, not quite. Great work on the offensive line by them, and Smith gets up there for a big gain. So it looks like getting Jalen Carter back didn't really mean as much as we thought it was going to. As Swift gets a big gain right there, we're looking past and he gets 10. And the Eagles are just running it down our throats at this point too. Nothing we can really do as Swift gets another big first down and now they got it 1st and goal. It may say 1st and 10, but it's on the 10-yard line. I'm calling that 1st and goal. Really? Oh, no. Really good stop there. I thought we were going to get the TFL, but no, he breaks off the tackle and ends up getting one. So if we can hold them to a field goal here, that is going to be a big win in my book. There we go. Really great pursuit there by Myles Garrett. And hopefully our offense can actually put it together too, because if we can get back there, oh my goodness, how did you leave him that wide open? How did he get in there? And that was a really great throw by Hurts and an even better catch by Smith. Yeah, look at that. He just kind of threw it across his body, too. I don't know how his body contorted like that. And then no one was over there to be able to stop him, and he falls in. So we end up allowing the touchdown on the first drive. Not great, but our offense gets a chance to go to work here. Let's see if the run game works as well as it's done the last couple weeks. Mayberry breaks off a couple tackles and gets up for 9. We just need to make a way to get a first down right here, and I think just running it right up the middle and trying to truck him is the way to go. Only a couple yards, but again, first down. We don't necessarily need big splash plays or anything like that. We just need to keep the ball and make sure we keep possession of it. Oh, wow, what a tackle right there. Mayberry only gets 4. Let's see if we can get him working on the ground again, man. We just need to get a couple pretty big gains, and that's just not going to happen on that one. 3rd and 4 now. Big play right here. We really need to keep this drive going. And let's see, we got Roth. Really great catch. Breaks off the tackle, too. And picks up 6, and that is enough for a first down. I'm impressed Forbes was actually able to come up with that first down right there. That is not something you usually see. Here's something that we've seen, especially back in that first season. Sweat picking up some pretty good yards. As tempted as I am to put him back on the defensive line, he's still a great running back. I appreciate him there, so we just got to kind of keep him there, I think. Can he outrun him? He cannot. But he picks up the first down. Thankfully, he's able to extend it enough. And after one, it's 7-0. These have been pretty slow, methodical drives, and thankfully we have it past the 50, and we're kind of rolling here. Question is, though, can we keep it going? My answer is yes, absolutely. As Sweat gets out there, really big gain right there. Looked like he was going to be taken down in the backfield, but finds a way to get 9. And while I think he can actually get a pretty good gain going left, we're just going to run right up the middle and just pick up this first down right here. That's what I'm talking about. Just hang on to the ball down at the 27. I get that running the football might not be as fun as passing the ball, but you know what? We got a playoff spot on the line, honestly. And I really actually want to win the AFC West title, so let's keep it going here. I mean, 2nd and inches with Sweat in the zone. Run it right up the middle, buddy. Come on now. Actually, that was a pretty bad idea, and we go down for a 3rd and 1 now. Davis picking up the TFL, and now we got to find another way to end up picking this up. There you go. It's by double teaming him and making sure he isn't able to actually get Sweat. First down. So 1st and 10 right here. Let's get it going. There we go. No, that is knocked down. I thought he was going to loft it a bit more to be able to get foot in the back of the end zone, but he goes for the bullet pass and not quite it. Look, it was worth a shot, all right? We had to give Frank a shot. There we go. And look at that. On the very next play, we get in the end zone with Montez Sweat. Gets free out to the left. And hey, we got a tie game now. It was very close to not being one because it looked like he was about to pick it, but thankfully that was not the case. And now it's up to our defense again to get a big stop. Let's make sure that we don't allow them to even get into field goal range. Like that, oh my goodness. Thank God he ended up dropping that. Sims, you shouldn't be celebrating. That was horrible pass coverage. Honestly, that could have been bad because it looked like that was going to be a big reception. Oh my goodness. Yet again, bad pass coverage despite the fact that we got some pressure on him. He ends up making up for the one that he ended up dropping, and they're almost at midfield. Oh, they're going to go play action again. Oh, come on, get out to him. Someone get over there. He's going to get a big first down and a little bit more down to the 36, and they're in field goal range. We know he always has that shot of being able to get... Oh, no. No. Wow. Unfortunately, Devontae Smith is able to get out ahead of him, and yeah, he was just free over the top, and that's another quick touchdown. But at least we got a couple minutes to score again. Let's go back to work here. Let's make sure that we get some pretty good yards here. And that is not the way to do it. That is a loss of 5. Well, you know what happens when I start to get under pressure. We go for the screen, and oh my goodness, we weren't even able to get it out. He was getting a lot of pressure really quickly. So 3rd and 15, we need a miracle right here. Who can we pick up for a first down? Oh my goodness, and a miracle happens. Damian Roth picks up the first down, but gets injured in the process. We're down past midfield, but unfortunately, we're going to be losing one of our best receivers for the rest of the day. That is extremely unfortunate considering the fact that he has caught both of the passes today. And now we got to go back to the ground, which we actually get. Oh, what a cut! What a cut! And let's go 2nd and 3. Let's just pick up the first down here. Again, we just want to make sure that we're able to keep the ball for the rest of the half so we can get it back at the halftime. And I think that's going to be the last time that you guys end up seeing Damian Roth in a uniform for the rest of the season. Broken fibula. Broken fibula. That is horrible. That is going to be a big long-term injury. Another long-term thing. Oh, I thought he was actually going to get down for a really big gain. I was going to say a long-term gain. That's all right. We got 3 timeouts, and we have a minute and a half. We got this. Let's do it. Beat him out the edge. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Down to the 15. If you guys didn't believe in Montez Sweat as a running back before, hopefully you do now, because man is a monster, and we absolutely love him here down in San Diego. 2nd and 1. So let's get the first down right here. 30 seconds, but again, we have all of our timeouts, so I feel pretty safe here. 2 timeouts left. Let's just make sure to work our way into the end zone here. As Sweat gets up, almost there. Let's work it in here. I trust Sweat right here. I really, really do. I probably shouldn't have. Let's see if we can work it to the line and get one more play. Come on. Let's hurry up, though. Let's see if we can get him. We sure do, baby. Let's go. Little risky there. We had 1 second left. But Devontae Gary gets his, I think, first career touchdown. I know that's a little late in the season for that to be the case. But again, look at our passing game. But let's go. We end up tying it up with just 1 second left in the half. And thankfully, being able to tie him at half is actually really huge here. Because again, we're able to get the ball back here after the half. And hey, you know what? If we can get some momentum back on our side, we might be able to come out with a win. But in order to do that, I think we have to continue to run outside. That's really been what we've been best at today. Pardon me. So I think we have to continue to do that. And in terms of defense, my goodness, man, they've just been kind of gashing us everywhere. That medium pass has been killing us, but we still need to keep an eye out for the run. But let's go for the medium pass. But thankfully, the offense has a chance to build on what they did at the end of the last half, thankfully. Let's go. We got Gabriel up there. Steps out, but a good gain of 6. And will allow us to potentially pick up the first down here, though. 2nd and 4 makes it a lot more manageable. Let's get up there. It's another good gain. Really great juke, but then gets absolutely nailed from behind. No pause. And, hey, first down now. And not just that, but Sweat's over 100 now. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Cut it back. Oh, I was hoping maybe we can actually make that work, but no, that's a big loss of 3. And Blankenship goes down with an injury. So we're going to go for the screen one more time. Let's see if we can make that work, because we need some pretty good yards here. Thankfully, we get that one out. Good blocks right there. Not quite to the first down marker, but a 3rd and 1 is going to be manageable. Just 1 yard, and we're almost at midfield, too. So let's keep this going. Nice blocks. Is it enough? It is a 4th and inches. Almost at midfield. We might have to go for it. Now, do I trust Forbes with this? Not necessarily, but we're going to make it happen. 2 yards for Forbes. One of his best rushing games of his career. But the important thing is we pick up the first down and we get to midfield. Let's keep running to the outside. Let's go, Montez. Let's go. Breaks off the tackle. Ooh, Jukes. Jukes. Let's go. Down to the 28-yard line. Let's keep it going. I mean, somehow they still have some pretty good momentum. So let's find a way to take it away from them. That's got to be a hold. But that was a pretty good gain. But that's going to be coming back. So with a very rare misstep. But that's all right. We can find a way to pick this up. Maybe. Let's go, buddy. No. Yeah, that's a big sack right there. 2nd and 19. We're going to be okay, though. We are still in field goal range, and I feel very good about that. Let's go. Wide open, baby. No, I can't believe that got knocked out. I thought he had it, but unfortunately, Foot did not have the hands to secure it. 3rd and 19, we just need to get some yards here. And to be honest with you, I kind of, like, we have the screen, but it looks like Gary is going to be wide open. So let's go. That is a horrid throw, though. He was going to be open, and he potentially could have the first down, but no such luck. Now, honestly, we should be punting it. I think this is out of his range, but we have the win behind us, so let's hope for the best here. Maybe we can get a miracle and get a good 3 points. That could be good. That could be good. Doesn't have enough. Just short, unfortunately. I shouldn't have gone for that. If we had an 8-mile-an-hour wind, 8 mile an hour would have done it. But unfortunately, the 6 did not. And unfortunately, that puts them at the 44-yard line. Probably should have punted it, but honestly, thought maybe with the wind we'd get it. But no such luck. Thankfully, he ends up knocking that out in 2nd and 10. This would be a huge stop for us. Since they were able to stop us, we really need to find a way to stop them. Big play right there by Chancellor. 3rd and 10. Maybe Hurts just isn't as warm as he was before. Oh, come on, guys. Let's get over there. Someone. Come on, guys. Are we kidding? We were supposed to have someone over there to be able to look out for him, but no one does, and Hurts gets the first. That is a huge blow to our defense right there. There we go, but thankfully we make up for it a little bit. Aaron Donald gets in there for a big sack and a loss of 4. That's a really big play. If only that would have happened on the play before, but let's go. The blitz got Swift for a loss of 1. Big TFL right there. So yet another 3rd and long. Can we get enough pressure this time? Looks like we can, baby. Nick Bosa gets in there for the sack now. 4th and 22. We get the ball right back, and thankfully the missed field goal doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. And I wouldn't have been able to forgive myself if we would have allowed up some kind of score right there. Thankfully, we get some really good blocks. Oh, he just goes beyond him. I don't know what happened there. And Sweat's got some speed. First play from scrimmage in this on this series. And let's go. Montez Sweat. Big gain right there. That is an 85-yard touchdown if I'm not mistaken. And let's go. We go up by a score. And it's not like he did anything special to really juke anyone out. He just kind of like weaved, I guess, against that one guy. And then just had the speed to burst through them all. That's what I'm talking about. And talk about sucking some of that momentum out of the stadium. Let's go. Now, question is, can the defense do the same thing that they just did on that last drive and be able to take them out? Because the way that they played last time is the way that I expect this defense to always play. Oh, can't take him down. We switched to the wrong guy, but thankfully we take him down for only a gain of 4. And that might be the last play of the 3rd. And as we get into the 4th, we're riding really high in that 1 touchdown lead. That's not enough to be able to secure the victory, but man, we're actually in a good spot. At least a better spot than I was expecting. Not gonna lie. So let's get in there. 2nd and 6. That's gonna be a play action. There we go. Big hit by Sims, and he ends up dropping it. Now, unfortunately, barring a miracle, I don't think that Carter's going to end up getting the dev trade upgrade. But, still, let's get back there. Come on. Take him down. No one stepped up on that? You had 2 guys who were just sitting there in coverage, and, yeah, didn't do a damn thing. Big first down for Jalen. I really don't know what happened. Maybe the CPU just needed a bit of a nap. Nice hit again. Sims is actually doing pretty well in the second half in the secondary. His coverage has just really been great. We just got to hope that he continues to do that, because the way that we're kind of not getting a ton of pressure, we're going to continue to... Oh, he should have picked that off. That hit him right in the chest. But unfortunately, falls to the turf. But at least it's 3rd and 10. So let's get a big stop right here on the 47. Maybe we're actually out enough where... Oh, no way they gave him the first down on that one. A.J. Brown picks that up and somehow gets beyond the line. But what do you expect from this Eagles team that has 10 wins right now? There we go. A broken down screen. Thankfully, we read that. 2nd and 10. It's funny how we play pretty well for a couple plays and then something just breaks down. That's all right, because we're not going to allow that to happen again, as Cantrell ends up getting the first down. Did I say won't happen again? Either way, 1st and 10. Get back there, play action. Bad pass by Hurts, and he's only 50% completion right now. In his defense, though, he has had a lot of drops on his team. But it's all right. We're not going to worry about him. Let's go. Myles Garrett gets into the backfield, and a loss of 2 for Swift. That is the kind of defense that we need. Let's go. Let's keep that up. That is not the defense that we need. Down to the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. Didn't I just say that? Couple damn good plays, and then, man, we just break down on something. And yeah, that's going to be a run for Swift right into the end zone, untouched. And they're going to tie it right back up, but let's make sure that we just play the game that we've been playing on offense this entire game. And let's get another score. I mean, we're really good at chewing clock. Let's see if we can keep it for a full 5 minutes. We're still in good shape. That's what we got to remember here. Yes, we are on the road, and that does kind of suck, but we can still make this work. I know that's a no gain, but we got this. That's all right. That's not going to happen every single time, because watch this. What a great play. Great blocks right there. Sweat needs to hang on to the ball, and he gets down to almost the 40-yard line. And even if we have to, work the clock and just get a field goal out of this, I'll be pretty happy. We just got to hang on to it and continue to get first downs. Sweat again with another big gain. And that means we're going to reward him with a big screen pass right here. Let's see if we can get it. We can. Let's get some good blocks. We do. And we got a big first down. Goes right off the defender. And another big gain in the first down past midfield. You got everyone in San Diego saying, I believe in Montez Sweat. Let's pick up another first down. Not quite, but he picks up a good 3 yards. So barring an injury, we have the last play before the 2-minute warning. Let's get to the outside here as we do, but not quite enough to pick up the first down. 3rd and 3. And unfortunately, we're not in field goal range, so again, we need to pick up the first down. As yeah, we're going to get to. We're going to get it for sure. Down to the 28-yard line. And man, we got this, I think. Though I have seen crazier things happen, so let's just protect the football here. Let's cut up the middle. And, yep, only a gain of 1. And it looks like they're going to start calling timeouts. And honestly, can't blame them. Let's go. Let's run up the middle. Unfortunately, get stopped for a no gain on that one. So hopefully we can pick up a first down on this one. Not exactly likely, but honestly, with our run game, we're going to pick it up, baby. Let's go. Hang on to the ball. We're down at the 15. Big play. So again, right now it's about securing the ball and wasting some time. So we do have our 2 timeouts, and again, we just want to waste the clock down to something that's somewhat manageable for us to kind of, get it down to a couple seconds. We're going to run it one more time and then kick the field goal. Let's go now. If they go for the blitz, that is fair. Let's get it down to about 2 seconds and call the timeout. And game comes down to this, baby. Just 1 field goal separates us from a win in Philadelphia. Let's do it. And that's the game, baby. Let's go. We escaped Philadelphia with a big win. Wasn't necessarily pretty on defense. And yes, our drives took a really long time because we were just running the ball. But again, when you're looking to get into the playoffs, by any means necessary, and we pick up the 24-21 victory. Let's go. And in the battle of 2 MVP candidates, well, I can't say that Mayberry came out on top because he really didn't play except for the first 2 drives, I think. But it's going to be the Bison. And really, the player of the game here definitely has to be Montez Sweat. Don't get me wrong, Forbes actually did pretty well for what he usually does. A good 68 yards, 60% completion, and the touchdown. We held Jalen Hurts to 149 and 2 touchdowns. That's actually insane for how well he's been playing this season. Still no interceptions despite the fact that one hit Sims right in the chest. But what can you do at that point? We still got the win. But again, Montez Sweat, the real MVP here. 34 attempts, sorry about that, man. 262, average 7.7, had 2 touchdowns. Now, DeAndre Swift did have 1 touchdown himself, but only 28 yards on 8 attempts. They would have leaned on him a little bit more. Maybe they would have had the dub. Christian Mayberry, 4 for 18 before he ended up going out after that first series, I guess. Hurts had 59. We had a couple chances to stop him, but he got out and ended up getting the scrambles. But Forbes ended up picking up 1 for 2, and that was that 1 big first down on the 4th and inches. Now, receiving for them, Cantrell, 3 for 56, but look at that number right there that I have highlighted. 4 drops. That was the difference between a win and a loss for them today. So that's good for us. Devontae Smith, 67 and 2 touchdowns. Unfortunate for us. Goddard only had 1 for 13. A.J. Brown only 1 for 10. That was a big stop right there. And Quincy Brockers, their rookie tight end, 1 for 3. In terms of us, though, Roth ended up going out with that broken fibula. That sucks. That's going to be a big long-term injury. But it's still a 2 for 37, and they were 2 really big grabs as well. Sweat had 2 for 24, both on those screens. Gabriel, 1 for 6. And Devontae Gary for that 1 touchdown. That was pretty big as well. Really good action play. And thankfully, it ended up working out in our favor. Now, we had 5 big TFLs as well. Myles Garrett with 2 of them. We had a couple other guys with 1. And, of course, we had 2 big sacks as well. Bosa and Donald each. No interceptions, even though we probably should have ended up having 1. And no forced fumbles. But, again, they didn't necessarily get a chance to stay on the field much because, again, our offense really kind of dominated the time of possession. But either way, again, we ended up getting the dub, and that's what really matters. Now, big win for the team, but unfortunately, Jalen Carr did not get his dev trade upgrade. Again, he didn't get much of an opportunity, again, because our offense was on the field for most of the time. But again, a win is a win, and we'll take that. He's still going to be a great player for us, whether he is superstar or X-Factor superstar, even though I wish we could get that. But it's still going to be okay. Now, unfortunately, again, Roth is going to be out for 20 weeks with that broken fibula. Thankfully, he will be back next season, and hopefully he will be back at about the same level that he was before he ended up breaking his fibula, but time will only tell. We have Sheriff coming back next week, which will be really nice, but again, that means that the Gary brothers are going to get a chance to shine at the wide receiver position. Now, we'll get a chance to see what the Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders did, but as we see on the schedule coming up next, we have the Raiders, which is going to be a big divisional game, and of course, we have the Browns in Week 18. I'm hoping that that one's going to be an easy one, but we'll definitely see. Again, we're going to advance here. We're going to see how the Raiders and everyone did. And thankfully, the Chiefs ended up dropping one. The Chargers ended up winning and the Raiders go to 8-7. But that means that we control our own destiny here. If we can end up winning out, we take the AFC West outright. If not, we end up losing one. It's going to be a little toss-up. But we put ourselves in a damn good position. We're 10-5. And that means that we still continue to hold that 3 seed right now. And as of right now, we're going to be taking on the 6 seed Chargers. KC ends up taking the 7 seed right there, so that means we would have 3 teams in the playoffs, and that'd be pretty insane. But again, we'll see what ends up happening here. The fact that KC is in the 7 seed and only 1 game back of us means that, again, our position is not secure here. We need to win 1 more for sure to be able to clinch our spot in the playoffs, and hopefully we can do that next week here against the Raiders. And thankfully this one will be at home, which means no one is going out gambling or drinking the night before. And thankfully we can have everyone pretty much at full strength, with obviously the exception of Damian Roth. But again, we have a pretty big game this week. Obviously Devontae Adams is having a pretty big week. He has a chance to get over 1,000 receiving yards, but hopefully our defense can really contain them, and hopefully we can come out with our 11th win of the season. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week against the Raiders.